Today on Conestoga Connected, the team at Record Scratch sit down with the owner of X-Disc C and talk about the beauty of vinyl records. Is this thing on? Jaden and the Mic Check gang hang with electro-pop singer Mo and talk about the freedoms that come with being an artist. Stratford explored the world's smallest movie theater and a chat with the mayor. All this and more on Conestoga Connected. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Conestoga Connected. I'm Phil Van Dyke.
And I'm Shivangi Sharma. We have some very exciting things coming your way on today's show.
You can say that again. There's cake decorating, music, and traveling. What else could you ask for?
Well, let's not waste any more time and get right into it.
Hey, Shivangi, did you get up to anything interesting this week?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. The Small Town Vibes team and I got a chance to explore Stratford.
Wow, that's exciting. Let's take a look at what you got up to while we were there.
Hi everyone and welcome back to Small Town Vibes. Today we are going on a road trip to Stratford, which is located within Perth County along Maitland River. The town is known for its impressive theatre, stunning parks, shopping and downtown atmosphere. So without any further ado, let's get into it and check out these Small Town Vibes.
We've been open 3 years. We were Meet Your Maker Gift and Gallery before. That was a tiny art gallery and this was all retail space. Lee, who owned Meet Your Maker with his friend Rob, and I had done a film festival together. So that led us to realize the community needed something between YouTube and megaplexes to showcase short films.
Stratford's a unique community of heritage buildings in the downtown core, the most parkland per capita of any community our size in the country. Our industry is tourism and culture, Stratford Festival, beautiful parks. I think it's because of the walkability of the city. The downtown is really the focal point. People come down to the downtown of the city. It lends itself into the parks. And I think that's important because we're not overrun with big chain outlets. We are still a lot of independently owned businesses, restaurants, and that is what gives it kind of the small town feel.
So right now we are in this beautiful shop and most of the stuff is made and designed by the owner herself. And I just picked a really nice outfit matching with this jewelry. So let's see how it's gonna look on me. I had a great day and enjoyed the vibes of Stratford. Now I'm just gonna enjoy this nice view. And I'm gonna see you next time in a new town only on Small Town Vibes. Do you hear wedding bells?
Yeah, I do. Who's getting married?
No one is, but Thrifting team is going to be walking us down the aisle today with some affordable wedding dresses from a local thrift store.
Cool.
Welcome everyone to our show Thrifted Dreams. Today I will walk you through some unique finds at the Perfect Finds and you might be in a surprise. The Perfect Find thrift store, it started 5 years ago. It's located on Stratford Road in Kitchener.
We receive a wide amount of donations, housewares, clothing, furniture, all kinds of stuff. The most selling item is clothing. I think the reason behind that is because you can very economically, at a fraction of the price that you would pay new for in the store. And I think people are conscious of having less environmental impact as well, so they choose to thrift clothing and use second-hand clothing.
The Perfect Find store is a non-profit retail business with all its items donated to the local community. The store supports Christian education locally as well as globally. I want to know from how long you are working here.
I believe I've been here between 4.5 years.
Okay, that's a long time.
It is a
because
long
the
time.
Perfect Find is open at 5 years ago and I can say you are working almost from the beginning.
Yep. I really love volunteering here because they're very community spirited and it's almost like a second family. The store is aptly named. It really is the perfect find. And they do a lot for the community, which I really enjoy.
This dress only costs $100. Come shop at the perfect find thrift store for wedding dresses. This makes me feel like fairy tale wedding. You can do without spending thousands of dollars. Signing off today, I'm Simrandeep Karboparai for Conestoga Connected. See you until our next journey on Thrifty Dreams. Bye bye.
I think I'm getting a lot better at this.
I don't know about that for sure, but at least you seem happy.
Thanks, I guess. Now let's check out another gifted musician that Mike Check visited this week.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Mic Check. I'm your host, Jaden Dunning, and without further ado, let's go meet our guest inside.
My name is Mo. I'm an electro-pop singer-songwriter from Toronto.
So you don't slip, you're fine with it. You're fine with it. But do you see that rainbow?
There's a lot Mo loves about being a musician.
My favorite part of creating music is just the freedom that it allows you to express what you're really feeling. I just like the ability to have that cathartic process of like releasing something that I'm going through. The hardest part of the music creation process would be trusting your instincts into what you're writing. I would say my music genre kind of revolves around the electro pop sounds. Even if I'm writing a ballad or like folky style song, I still like incorporating those electric pop elements. I would like to be able to tour more outside of Ontario and being able to go to cities in the US and perform on stages there. I would tell upcoming artists to not dread the tedious work so much because a lot of people may want to rush themselves to like get to that point where they're just living their dream on stage, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes.
Well, thank you for letting us stop by. That was an absolutely amazing experience.
Thank you so much. It was really fun to have you guys over.
Thank you for again joining us for another episode of Mic Check, and we hope to see you next week.
Let's keep the record spinning and check with the guys of Record Scratch.
Yeah, I heard they went to an amazing record store full of variety in downtown Kitchener this week.
Hello, welcome to Record Scratch. I am your host, Chris Sabata, and on today's episode we are at X-Disc C Music in Kitchener.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking with X-Disc C owner Kevin DeVault.
What would you say is something that differentiates your store from other record stores?
Variety. I am a full record store. I've been probably one of the best record stores. I never stopped believing in vinyl. And when other people stopped selling vinyl, I continued selling vinyl, believing that it was by the format that was going to outlast all other formats.
DeVault's love for music started at a very young age. He will always listen to radio and never miss a television program about music. He shares a big range of music with the neighborhood. This could be from jam rock to Ukrainian folk songs.
Oh, wow. Well, I liked the new Pink Floyd, the 2018 remix of Animals. I'm liking it.
Okay. Do you think we can pull it?
It's on vinyl for the first time. I'm liking the space in between the instruments. I'm liking the punch that the bass has. I'm really liking the new mix.
So I'm here with Dane today, and I see you had some albums there.
Yep.
So do you mind telling us what you picked up and what do you think of it?
Yeah, I picked up the Trojan Records instrumental reggae. Trojan has been putting out a lot of these different mixes, and they're really good. It's all 60s and retro style reggae and ska. It's pretty interesting.
I love ska.
Yeah, and then I got the Jackie Brown soundtrack.
Nice.
Devo creates a unique experience to the visitors of X-Disc-C and the Kitchener Market Lane.
So if your record ever scratches, you now know where to go. X-Disc-C in Kitchener.
Shivangi, help! I'm stuck in the moisty mire and I can't get out!
You floss your way out of there while we check out what these 5 head gamers at Defend the Trend got up to this week.
He's knock. Nice. Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Welcome to Defend the Trend, the show where we take a closer look at internet memes and try to discover why they became so popular. Today, we're talking with AJ Fry, an internet personality and esports aficionado about Fortnite. It's a battle royale! Let's take a look.
We got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we bout to get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town.
F's in the chat for Tomato Town. We took a gander down to Toronto to talk to AJ about Fortnite, the Chug Jug song, and gaming's cultural impact. Chug Jug With You is a Fortnite parody song released in 2018 by 16-year-old Canadian YouTuber Leviath, who first rose to prominence with this very song. It later resurfaced on TikTok in late 2021 and has been used as a meme template for thousands of TikTok users. Here's TikTok personality AJ Fry talking about the cultural impact of the Chug Jug song and Fortnite.
Fortnite has had a huge cultural impact, inspiring, millions of players around the world. Kids dress up as Fortnite characters and do the dances on TikTok as well.
Personal opinion, what do you think it is about the Chug Jug song, that particular snippet that is going around TikTok? Like, what about that part is just like intrigues people?
I think it caught on in a big way because it's a fun juxtaposition of some, this wonderful smooth beat and music that people of my generation will recognize for sure, but then juxtaposed with this cute little kid singing about Fortnite.
Nick Bertolo talking about how gaming has impacted his life.
I used to play a lot of Fortnite back when I was in high school about 4 or 5 years ago. It was a good game. I enjoyed it a lot. Very fun to play with some friends after school, for sure. Gaming, I've been playing games since I was a kid, actually. Minecraft, Team Fortress 2, old Steam games. It's always been fun, a great way to de-stress and just have fun with some of your friends.
That's it for today on Defend the Trend. I'm Phil Van Dyke for Conestoga Connected. See you next time. Do you know what it takes to decorate a cake?
Well, actually, the team from Culinary Conestoga recently hung out with a chef and learned all about it.
That's awesome. Let's jump in and see what they learned.
Welcome back to the Waterloo campus. We're here with some up-and-coming bakers today. Let's see what they have in store for us. Once I got into the classroom and met everyone, Chef Clara Johnson told me that I'm going to be learning how to make marzipan decorations with her students. At first, Chef Johnson showed me how to make a basic potato out of marzipan, so that I could get more familiar with the tasty dough-like substance.
Potatoes are not that clean, are they? No, so we're just going to add a little bit of dust to it.
Chef Johnson showed me how to add more details to make the potato look more realistic.
Just brush it on, you can dab it on. You can put more into the little openings there so it's darker, so it has a little bit of texture to it.
Not to brag, but Chef Johnson thinks I did great.
You're a natural.
Thank you. With my training done, it's time to team up with a fellow student, Julia Walford.
We are gonna make a pumpkin, is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess let's go right into it and see how it goes.
So in order to make a pumpkin from marzipan, I first need to use the thin end of a modeling tool to create the gourd's shape and texture. While I was working on trying not to make an accidental basketball, my teammate Julia focused on the stem and vine of the pumpkin, which they later told me was the hard part. After making the pumpkin, I got to hear Julia's thoughts on the program.
what's kind of your favorite thing about the course?
Probably this class,
Yeah.
which is advanced cake decorating.
And now it's time to check in with Chef Johnson to see how I did.
All right, so now I have made a pumpkin and a potato, and now it's time to get critiqued.
Well then, I think you did pretty good. You know, a really quick training. You've got some nice coloring going, you've got nice markings. I think you did a great job.
Awesome, well, thank you very much, and thanks for showing me how to do it.
Absolutely.
Well, that was fun. I just want to say thank you to Clara and Julia for making me a professional baker now. See you guys next time.
That's all the time we have for the first half of our show today.
But make sure you don't go anywhere. There's a lot more excitement to come in the second half. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shivangi Sharma.
And I'm Phil Van Dyke. See you next time.
Emily Moore will take us to the world of four-legged friends. In Green Choice, we will get to know how pandemic gave birth to creative innovations.
We want to be able to put a building in any backyard in Canada.
Later, in Sensational, learn how Kung Fu gave a sense of achievement.
When I realized that I could accomplish things.
This and much more on Conestoga Connected.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for joining us on the second half of Conestoga Connected. My name is Simran Kaur.
And I'm Angelica Sampaio. There's something for everyone this episode, from furry friends to food to martial arts.
That's right. We have a lot to cover. So let's dive right into it, shall we?
I've been having a rough day.
I am positive. I have something to cheer you up. This week, the folks from Jobbing Around traveled to a pet retreat to see what it takes to be a kennel assistant.
Oh hey! Today I'm at Diamond in the Rough and I'm gonna learn what it takes to be a kennel attendant. Let's go!
Diamond in the Rough Pet Retreat offers boarding, daycare, and grooming to its many residents. Today I get to work with Jess Jennings, one of the managers, to see what she loves most about her job.
Probably what I love most about it is the atmosphere, the environment. We're all happy to be here, we're doing what we love, and we all really care about the dogs. All right, so right now we're gonna let in the dogs. We're gonna go up to their rooms, we pull the lever, and then we have to push the other lever and let down safely so that we don't hit ourselves in the face. And then the dogs are gonna come in and they're gonna eat their breakfast.
While the dogs ate their breakfast, I decided to ask TJ Hunter, one of the owners, what he looks for in an employee.
Well, the first thing we look for is you gotta love dogs. That's very important. The other thing is early mornings. We start pretty early here. The puppies need to get let out.
Speaking of getting let out, it's time for the puppies to work off their breakfast. Now that they've worked off a little energy, it was time for a bath.
How many dogs do you have right now?
Right now we have about 80 dogs in the building, and that includes dogs that will be coming and going, so quite a few.
With the day's work finished, it was time for the big question.
Would you hire me?
I think I speak for the both of us when I say absolutely yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay,
You did
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. I think that after today, I have what it takes to be a successful kennel attendant. I want to thank everyone at Diamond in the Rough for having me in beautiful Puslinch, Ontario. But now I gotta go catch the bus, so catch you later.
I don't know about you, but I can't work at home anymore. So many distractions, and then at the library, it's always packed up.
Same, but I think the Green Choice knows of a company that just might be able to help us out.
The pandemic changed the way that we think about going to work and completing our studies. Entire industries shifted their practice to being online. And while most people enjoyed staying at home longer and not having to sit in traffic or even go to the office, it did come with its challenges. We're here today to talk to Katie and Steve Reed from the Cabin Office Company, and they're going to show us how they reimagined having a home office.
So my husband started working at home in March 2020 at the beginning of the pandemic. We have 3 little kids and he had a desk set up beside our baby's crib. And whenever she had to go nap, he had to carry all his stuff down to our unfinished basement. So he decided to build himself a backyard office. We had no room to put an office anywhere else in our house. And yeah, he got a lot of positive feedback from the idea and then decided to start a business helping other people with their work from home solution.
I think in the last 10 years, climate change has become a lot less hypothetical and much more like this is actually what's happening and what will happen. In 10 years, we want to be able to put a building in any backyard in Canada. So we're sort of trying to innovate a process where we could get one of our buildings to collapse on itself and get it through a 3-foot wide garden gate is really where we want to get to. I think my favorite aspect is when we deliver the buildings. We deliver them basically 100% complete, and seeing our customers, the look on their face and seeing them getting to enjoy the space for the first time is really special.
We are helping with reduce the carbon footprint of anybody who is now working from home rather than commuting. These buildings are here to stay. We use premium quality materials. Lastly, we really have a focus on minimal waste. We have a bin outside of our shop that says free wood. Our recycling practices are excellent. Reducing waste, it's really important to us.
Even if you can't afford a cabin office just yet, make the green choice with things you can do. Carpool to work, make an office outside on a nice day, and pick up some scrap firewood outside of the cabin office shop. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Living with nature leads to an eco-friendlier lifestyle and culture.
Speaking of lifestyle and culture, our host Akshay Sudhakaran gets to taste South Asian delicacies. Up next, we get to explore the taste of India.
Austin, an international student from India who recently relocated to Canada to pursue his future studies here. He is very much bonded to Indian food and culture. Let's hear more from him.
My name is Austin Matthew. I'm an international student from India. I have been in Canada for almost 1 year. Back home, I worked for an engineering firm as an electrical engineer. Initially, when I was in Canada, I did miss my home. But when I experienced and saw the cultural diversities, I do feel that Canada is my second home.
So Austin bought an Indian dessert mix from a local Indian store. For making this dessert, we need to boil the milk first. He told me the ingredients are hard to find here in Canada. The main ingredients of this dessert are flattered rice, cashew nuts, raisins, cardamom powder and wheat starch powder.
The original name of the dessert is Palada Pradaman. It is served during religious festivals, weddings and all the other family gatherings. The specialty of the dessert is that it encompasses the love and affection that family members have for each other in the Indian culture. That is the reason that this is a very special dish for us.
This dish, we make this for any family functions, be it any religious or a wedding function. So our family get together, and the procedure for making this in actuality takes hours. So they get together, we laugh, we tell stories, and well, you know, the atmosphere is so lively that we love it, and that's what makes this dish so special.
Oh, so what do you do when you miss this dessert?
Well, as you know, I don't have any family here, so when I miss this dish, I rush to an Indian store, I buy the instant mix powder for this one, and I make it and I share with my friends to give them a taste of this dish.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. Thanks for watching Taste Of. See you next time.
I love to learn about other countries through food. But did you know martial arts can also teach us a lot about different cultures?
You're right. Thanks to Sensational, I got to test out some Kung Fu moves. Let's have a look. Movies, Kung Fu Panda. Oh, hi! And welcome to Sensational. So today we're here at Return of the Dragon and we're gonna learn a little bit about Kung Fu. And I'm gonna try some moves also, or maybe get myself really embarrassed. So let's go! Originated in China, Kung Fu is a very famous martial art, being present in pop culture through films, music, and TV series.
It's also one of the main styles taught at Return of the Dragon, a studio that offers a safe and positive environment for the practice of martial arts for students of all ages and levels of knowledge. Sifu Karen Lepard is a Kung Fu and kickboxing teacher at the studio.
So my name is Sifu Karen Lepard. I started my martial arts journey about 35 years ago. Kung Fu is very physical, but it's also very intellectual and spiritual as well. So we do 5 animal Shaolin Kung Fu. So all of our forms are based on animals, such as the tiger, the leopard, the dragon, the crane.
And then when I started Kung Fu and I realized that I could accomplish things, I was able to, and just this continuous self-improvement. It never ends. It doesn't matter how far you get in Kung Fu, there's always room to learn, there's always room for self-improvement.
There was just a certain allure to the place. There was an energy, there was a community, and it really piqued my interest. So I came in for just like, okay, I'll try out this Kung Fu. I've seen enough of it in Bruce Lee movies, so give it a try.
I was wondering if maybe you could teach me some moves?
Absolutely. I think you should jump in and you can do some warm-up and stuff with them.
Stay tuned to get to know which martial art is gonna be next. So, see you next time.
That was a tiring session. Now I'm hungry.
Well, you're in luck. The Blast from the Past crew are dialing back in time to churn up something savory.
Welcome to the Sharon Temple, located at Leslie Street, Newmarket, Ontario. Let's go check it out.
The temple is an architectural representation of the Children of Peace vision of society-based values of peace, equality, and social justice.
Sharon Temple was finished in 1832, which makes it 190 years old. Well, the Sharon Temple was a very significant building for the Children of Peace. This is where they held their monthly meetings. So in these monthly meetings, they collected charity donations for their community, but then also other people in the surrounding areas as well. So if somebody in the community needed a little bit more funds that month, they could send some of that money to them. Or they also opened the first homeless shelter in the area and also one of the first girls' schools in the area as well.
Now Caitlin Jones will teach us how butter was manufactured in the 1800s.
So basically you're going to start with some whipping cream. You want it at room temperature. And then once it's in there, you attach this fancy modern butter churn. Historically, they would have been wooden, and you just start churning it.
Okay.
And this takes about 20 minutes. Here, I'll let you start churning that. I think we're gonna mix some herbs into it as well from our heritage garden.
Awesome.
So we're here at the herb garden that we have on site. This is called Mrs. Doan's Herb Garden. So we're gonna pick some sage, and then we're gonna add that to our butter.
Okay, awesome.
So my arms are tired, but we've done it. As you can see, we have separated, and what we have on the blade of this churn is butter.
By the 1860s, butter had become so in demand in France that Emperor Napoleon III offered prize money to supply France with butter.
Thank you to the Sharon Temple for having us for this episode of Blast from the Past. I'm your host, Peter Holmes, signing off.
That's all the time we have for today's show. But don't worry, there are plenty more episodes coming soon.
But for now, we hope you have a fantastic day. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter for behind-the-scenes footage. I'm Angelica Sampaio.
And I'm Simran Kaur. See you next time.